So as part of this lesson, what I've done is I've taken a couple of slides out from each of the lessons that we've done this week, and just going over them, recapping what we've learned. So this is the first one. We're going in order, so we're looking at multiplication first. So this is what we're looking at. We were looking at arrays and what number sentences could you write to go with this array. We've got 12 counters altogether. We've got 3 rows of 4 or 4 rows of 3. So if we do multiplication, we would have 3 rows of 4 which equals 12 or 4 rows of 3 which equals 12. Remember, the total when it comes to multiplication goes at the end. That is the answer, because you are making groups. How many have you got all together? That is your total. Repeated addition as well, that's very similar. It is similar to multiplication. If we've got 3 groups of 4, I've got the number 4 3 times. If we've got 4 groups of 3, then I've got the 3 4 times. So next question, word problem multiplication. Jar contains 6 sweets. I have 5 jars. Now we don't know our 6 times tables, but if we swap those two around, because remember, when it comes to multiplication, we can swap the two numbers around and we'll get the same total. So rather than doing 5 times 6, we could do 6 times 5, which equals 30. And then we're adding another 5 jars. Now we already know that 6 times 5 is 30, so if I've just added another 30, we can just add the tens together, so 30 and 30 is 60. Moving on to this array here, we've got 12 counters altogether. We've got 2 groups of 6, so 12s into groups of 6 equals 2. Remember, the total for division goes at the front. Division sign means groups of, so 12 groups of 6. And then once we've got the total at the front, because that's the total number we are sharing or putting into groups, we can just swap the other two numbers round. So 12 divided by 6 equals 2, and 12 divided by 2 equals 6. So then we have finally the division word problems. So Jake has 14 shoes altogether. How many pairs does he have? So we know that pairs means 2. We've got 14 shoes altogether. So we need to think about, right, we need to count in 2s up to 14. If I do that, I get 7 pairs of shoes. So the total number is 14. I've got 7 pairs. I'll divide it into groups of 2. I've got 7. And then I just swap those two numbers around. I've got another one. 14 divided by 7 equals 2. To check our answers, we can use multiplication. Our total will go at the end, and then we just use the 2 and the 7 and swap them around to give ourselves 2 multiplication number sentences. If we were doing, there are 70 pencils altogether, 7 jars. So if I share them between 7 jars, I should have 10 in each. Okay. How many in 5 jars? So now I know how many is in 1 jar. I can use my knowledge from the first part of the question to work out the second part of the question. So 5 jars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 groups of 10. 5 groups of 10 equals 50. Have a go on the questions on the worksheet now.